Hey everyone and welcome. My name is Alex. Today's yoga session is going to be all about our shoulders and neck. Just make sure you don't have any acute pain. In that case, it's better for you to rest right now and you can try this out later once you feel better. This is more for prevention, to strengthen and create space, to maintain healthy shoulders and neck, basically. So for today's session, you're going to need a yoga belt. It could be just a scarf or a regular belt too, something that is pretty long and you can hold on to, basically. For now, put that aside and find a comfortable seated position, cross-legged. Maybe you want to sit on top of something to elevate your hips. Lengthen your spine, and then let's take one deep breath, inhaling through your nose. And then as you exhale, slowly closing your eyes and relaxing your shoulders. Noticing the weight of your body. Maybe even making it a little bit heavier. By softening something else, like your face or your shoulders, your hands, your chest, your belly, and even your low back and your glutes. Become aware of the different sensations and feelings that are present inside of you right now. What's the most obvious sensation that you're feeling? There's no need to label it. You can just stay present with it. Noticing perhaps if it's more physical or if it's more emotional. Where in the body is it located? And how does it feel to just sit with it? Does it make you want to move? Does it make you feel vulnerable? Or maybe there isn't anything particular strong feelings in you right now. Either way, it's all valid. Let the moment be what it is. Then start shifting your attention towards your breath. You can notice the quality of breath, not in a sense of good or bad, but if it's deep or shallow. If every breath tends to be more or less the same, or if it's different. bring your awareness to the palm of your hands and gently connect them in front of your heart. Maybe bow your head gently towards your hands. And you're welcome to set an intention here for your practice, for your day. And then lowering your hands back to your legs, lifting your head if you bowed. Starting to blink the eyes open again. Starting by creating a little bit of movement in the shoulders. We're going to inhale, rise the shoulders up towards the ears, and then exhale, gently move them back and down. Continuing this way, inhaling, lifting your shoulders up. Exhale, back and down. Follow your own breath. It doesn't have to be big movements. And let's do one more time. So after next exhale, place the hands beside you. Stay on the fingertips. Grow your spine really tall through the crown of your head and walk your fingers far away from you. Then we're going to start by leaning the head to the left, so the ear towards the shoulder here. And try not to pull or push. We have some company today. Be really gentle with your neck. Now you're welcome to stay here if this is enough for you. Or maybe start to hover the right hand above the floor. So lifting it an inch or so off of the floor. Keep reaching it away from you. Maybe starting to move the head. So the face towards the shoulder and then the ear back to the shoulder. Slow movements. See if you're finding a place or a spot that is a little bit more tense. In that case, you're welcome to stay there. And maybe starting to breathe a little bit deeper. Option to move the right hand backwards, so it's reaching far away and a little bit back. And then come back with your arm. Gently place the hand back onto the floor. Start to bring your chin towards your chest, really gently, and then the right ear towards the right shoulder. Keep the spine tall. Maybe walk your hands a little bit further away from you again. And then maybe lifting the left hand off of the floor and starting to move the head. Searching for that sensible spot, which might be completely different from the other side. Either stay here or reach the arm back. And it doesn't have to look the same as on the other side. And then reach your arm all the way to the left again. Gently place the hand down on the mat. Bring your chin towards your chest. And inhale, lift the head up to center. Now you can just place your hands on your legs. Bring your left ear again towards the shoulder. We're going to do some half circles back and forth. So the chin to the chest. And the right ear to the right shoulder. And instead of moving back the head, we're going to move the other direction. So back and forth without crunching the neck here. If you have a spinal fusion that goes high up into the cervical vertebra or even the top thoracic vertebra, try not to overdo this. Do not push or pull your head too far down. And then inhale your head back up to center. Interlace your fingers and place the palm of your hands at the base of your skull, kind of holding on to your head. And then lift your gaze, lean your head back and give yourself a gentle pull. Try to relax your shoulders and keep breathing. Come back to center, release your hands and grab a hold of your yoga belt. Now if you have one of these belts with that metal thing, keep one hand close to that so you won't hurt yourself. Then you can either stay cross-legged. I like to sit in Vajrasana, so on my heels, or even come all the way up on my knees. We'll see what I do, I'm not sure yet. So first of all, we're gonna take the distance with our hands, just bringing our arms back with straight arms. We're gonna hold on to the belts and be sure that we can come all the way down with our arms. Then draw your low belly in and up, so you're not throwing your back forward. And with the next inhale, we're gonna lift the arms without lifting the shoulders. And exhale, lower the belt in front of you. And then inhale, lift the belt up above the head again. Exhale, move it behind you. And keep moving this way. Follow your own breath. Avoid bending the arms. So we're opening up the pectorals and the front of the shoulders here. And one last time. So next time your hands are in front of you, just take a small step with your hands to center, just to tightening the grip a little, or the distance. And inhale, reach up again. Exhale, lower behind you, but you'll see that your arms won't go all the way down. And we're gonna stay here for a moment. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Okay, we won't need the belt anymore, so you can put it aside. And we're gonna enter a tabletop position. Instead of doing regular cat and cows, we're gonna move a little bit more freestyle. So you can move the whole body, shifting the weight, the hips. Starting to notice how the body's feeling. Moving without any patterns. starting to connect a little bit more to the breath. And then come back to center. Now with the next inhale, we're gonna gently melt down into the shoulders. And with the exhale, we're gonna push the mat away from us with the shoulders. Again, inhale, lower your body into the shoulders, and exhale, push the mat away. Again, follow your own breath. Try to move only the shoulders. Let's do one more time. Ending with a big exhale, pushing the mat away, staying here for a moment. And then maybe coming back to a more neutral spine. Now point your toes. We're going to enter our first downward facing dog. So lifting the knees, pushing yourself back. With a neutral spine, really lifting the tailbone. From here, you're going to start to straighten your leg a little bit more. And maybe walk the dog. How are you feeling in your legs today? Maybe if you have some sensitivity in your low back, this feels really good. Then come back to center. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower your knees back to the ground. Come all the way down onto your forearms, and for a moment grab a hold of your arms here, of your triceps. Connecting the palms of your hands, starting to walk the knees back as you lift the hands. Maybe the forehead reaches the ground. You're also welcome to take a blanket underneath the forehead or a block. And you want to gently squeeze the elbows to center as they would want to connect. You can keep your knees underneath your hips. And let your shoulders open, your chest open. Two more breaths. And then gently lift your gaze. Shift the weight forward as you lower your hands. Coming back onto your forearms. Now, if you have long sleeves, as I do, you might want to take them above the elbows. Then come back to the same shape with your arms. Now interlace your finger this time. Point your toes, lift the knees, and then start to push the mat forward and away from you. And maybe take a small step forward with your feet. You can keep your legs bent so that your spine can be really tall. Keep breathing. Now, if at any time you're getting tired, you're welcome to release your knees down to the mat. Rest in child's pose for a moment and come back whenever you're ready. Keep pushing the mat away from you. The head should not touch the mat. Now, if you want something more instead, you're welcome to inhale, start to shift the weight forward. And then exhale, push yourself back again. Continuing this way, inhale forward and exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Let's do 2 more times. So the last time. And then take 1 big inhale again. And exhale, release the knees to the ground. Distance them a little bit, connect your big toes and rest in child's pose. Keeping your arms in a cactus shape. And this way you can relax your shoulders a bit more. And starting to reach the arms forward, keeping the distance of your shoulders. Push the hands down onto the mat. So the elbows are lifting. And with the next inhale, lift your gaze. And then take the right hand, the top of the hand onto the floor, sliding all the way to the left. Relaxing the right side of the head or the face on the ground. We're not going for a twist here. We are opening up the right shoulder blade. And you can be pretty much relaxed here. Maybe the left hand is gently reaching forward and pushing down. But relax the left shoulder. And then with the next inhale, lift your gaze and place the right hand on the right side of the mat. Place the left hand on top of that hand. Keep the left hip back and bow your head. It doesn't matter if it reaches the ground or not. Try to open up the left ribs and start to breathe into the left side of your body, using a breath to expand. As you inhale, lift your gaze. Walk the hands gently back to center. And then place the left hand underneath the right arm, all the way to the right as you left side onto the ground. And 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift your gaze. Place your left hand on the left side of the mat, right hand above or on top. Bow your head. Keep the right hip back as you start to breathe into the right lung, the right side of the body. notice if there are any differences of tightness between the two sides of your body. A lot of times, even people without scoliosis notice a big difference. Lift your gaze, walk your hands back to center, and then start to walk them back. Sitting on top of your heels just for a moment. You can sit cross-legged or in any other seated position with a neutral spine too. Bring your hands behind you, interlace the fingers. You want to kind of close the elbows, and then inhale, lift the chest, draw your low belly in. Maybe lifting the gaze gently. Keep a long neck. You stay here, or maybe start to lengthen the arms back and down. Exhale, release the hands. Gonna come back to a downward facing dog. Keep your feet hip width apart and start to walk your hands back. Bend your knees as much as you need to. You want to find the connection between your low belly and the thighs. Then inhale, lengthen for a moment. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe grab a hold onto your elbows. Relax the head completely. You're welcome to move a little bit in the pose, shifting the weight from one foot to the other. Swaying your upper body from side to side. Then gently release your arms. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, come up to standing. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Bring your hands behind you. Interlace the fingers here. Inhale, open up, just as we did while we were sitting. And then with the next exhale, bend your knees, fold over your thighs with the belly and the chest. Relax the head and lift the arms behind you. Keep a small micro bend in the elbows so that you're not locking the elbows back. Start to release the arms. You can lift the gaze, reach the arms forward, entering chapels for a moment, or Utkatasana. Fire up your inner thighs. Imagine that you're holding on to something with your arms, like one of those big Pilates balls, so that you can lower your shoulders. So we don't always have to reach the arms up, especially if we have tension in the neck and shoulders. Avoid rounding your spine, but also you want to engage the front core. Last breath. So once you exhale, place the hands down onto the mat, walk them forward, coming back into a last downward facing dog. And then inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, place your knees onto the mat, maybe cross your legs, as you're welcome to either lay down into Shavasana, for Shavasana, or join me in a seated position just as we started. Either way, take a moment to make yourself comfortable, avoiding to move too much during this relaxation and centering. Once you're ready, close your eyes. Let go of controlling the breath in any way. And notice the existence of your body. So you might become aware of its position, of all those different points of contact between the body and the mat. And starting to become a bit more aware of your own breath again. No need to concentrate too much. Just a gentle awareness resting on the movement of your breath. Letting your breath become the anchor for your awareness. Every time you're noticing that your mind is drifting, gently bringing it back to your breath. And then for a moment, letting go of everything. Letting your mind free to do anything. And starting to notice all the different sounds in your environment. Or maybe the absence of sound. Noticing all those different points of contact again. And if you lay down in Shavasana, starting to roll onto the right side of your body. Coming up to a seated position. Bringing our hands in front of our heart, connecting the palms. Repeat your intention mentally 3 times. Feeling it as it's already yours. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.